Have I done a World Cup bracket? I have not. I guess the World Cup did start now, huh? Alright. There we go. Drag your teams, how you predict them. Alright. First group. I got Mexico. Truthfully, I think Mexico gets first. I think Mexico has the best team. South Korea definitely could get second. Between South Korea and Czech Republic, but I do believe in South Korea. And then South Africa versus Czech Republic. Is South Africa the one that beat France, or was that? No, that was Ivory Coast, right? Yeah, I think that's Ivory Coast. So I think I'm gonna put Czech. This doesn't matter. Both these teams are getting kicked out. I'm gonna go Mexico, South Korea, Czech Republic, South Africa. Group B, Switzerland. Does Switzerland have anybody with value? Qatar's going last. Qatar's not making it. Or Qatar, sorry. Qatar's not making it. Canada would be a cop out. I think I'm choosing. I think Bosnia's better than Switzerland at this current moment. I could be out of my mind, but I do think that that's the correct answer here. And Qatar's out, and then Canada's has to be third then by default. It's either Canada or Switzerland. That's going to screw me up here, but I have no worries about it, I don't think. Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti. Brazil has to make it. I'm trying to think about the heat in America. It's hot. It is hot. And I think Brazil's ready for that. I think Morocco takes last place. I think Haiti actually makes it through. Scotland gets second. I think Scotland has a good team. I don't think they're good enough to beat Brazil, but I think they have a good enough team. US of A, Australia, Turkey, Paraguay. Australia last, Paraguay third. I think Turkey and US tie. I think if Turkey and US tie their games, then who wins? Paraguay, US beat Paraguay, US beat Australia. Turkey beats Paraguay, Turkey beats Australia. Who's better at scoring goals? I think US is more aggressive. I think I'm putting US. I'm doing Group D, US, Turkey, Paraguay, Australia. Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, Curacao. Germany's going to drop here. Is it? I think Germany has a decent amount of young talent, but I could be talking out of my butt here. Let's go Ivory Coast second. No, there has to be an upset. I think Ivory Coast takes on Germany, and then Germany beats Ecuador. So I think this is the way it's gonna look. Okay. I'm rooting for Japan in this tournament. I don't think they're gonna win it, but I'm rooting for Japan. I'm hoping they at least make quarterfinals. That being said, they are in what I consider the group of death. Sweden. Okay, so Sweden has Gyökeres, but is he good enough to actually do damage here? It's actually a hard group. My instinct, I want to say Japan. I think Tunisia makes it. I think Sweden actually gets kicked. I actually really like the way that this looks. Unironically, I think Sweden has a good strike force, but I just don't think I think they get upset by Tunisia, and I don't think they can handle the Dutch. And it's either Japan. I think that works. I'm not touching Group F. Group F is actually the group of death. There's no ifs or buts about it. All right, Group G: Belgium, Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. Belgium's making it. I think New Zealand makes it. I think New Zealand beats Egypt, and I think Iran gets cooked. Yeah. Spain, Uruguay, Saudi, and Cape Verde. I'd probably leave this the way that it is. I think Spain should, without a doubt, get first here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Uruguay has too many known names, but I think they're good enough to get through. Saudi could pull an upset. They only lost to Argentina 1-0, I think, right? The last World Cup. I don't think Cape Verde gets far. Unfortunate for them. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this one. Should I be okay with this one? I think so. I don't see why I wouldn't be. Group I: France, Senegal, Norway, Iraq. I like this. Although Norway has a good team, right? They have Holland, so they automatically have one of the best strikers in the game. The question is, can they use him properly? I didn't watch any of the friendlies, so I actually don't know how they're going to use him. But I think that... Hello. How are you? I'm doing good. Okay. Are you gonna do your nails? All right. I think France takes this one. I have France winning it. I'm rooting for Japan. I have France winning it. Um, Senegal Norway is gonna be. It depends who wins this game. But I think Senegal's more likely. I think France 3-0s. I think Senegal beats Iraq. I think Norway beats Iraq, which means you're 3-0, you're 1-1, you're 1-1, you're 0-3. So the determining value is one of two things. It's either which one of them wins, which I think is unlikely. I think they tie. So then the question becomes which one of these teams got scored on the least by France and scored the most against Iraq. And I think that would be Norway. Yeah. I think their game ends like 0-0, 1-1, or 2-2. One of those. I'm actually going to that game. So that'll be fun. Argentina, Austria, Algeria, Jordan. I think Algeria takes this one over Austria. I don't think Austria is gonna be able to handle Argentina. I think they might accidentally tie Jordan, and I think Algeria definitely beats Jordan, and they might even tie Argentina. I think these two. I think the debate here would be which one of these gets first, but I'm going to give it to Argentina because I think Argentina is more well-rounded. Portugal, Colombia, DR Congo, Uzbekistan. That's my initial instinct. Portugal, they brought Ronaldo, right? So they're gonna. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure on him, and I don't think that he's gonna live up to the potential. Colombia is a decently well-rounded team. I think the Uzbekis surprised Congo. England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. In my opinion, Croatia's fallen off a little bit. I think England takes this one. I like England's team. I know they've had a couple mess ups in their friendlies. I've seen a couple highlights, a couple videos of it. But I think realistically, I have to just like look at this and say that like England should. I think England and Croatia end up with the same record, but I think England's going to just put more goals in the back of the net, and I think they're going to score more goals against Panama. And I think Panama's going to have a worse goal differential than Ghana. Oh, that's the last group. Nice, nice. All right. Choose third place teams to advance. Okay, so this is going to be based on what goal differential, I assume. Goal differential, then probably yellow cards and stuff. I have Tunisia making it for sure. I have Tunisia making it. Okay, which one of these do I think gets scored on the least? Or which one of these teams auto? It's going to go by points first, right? So if a team at least doesn't go 1 and 2, if they at least win a game, they make it, right? I think Czech wins a game. I think Canada wins a game. Ecuador wins a game. Tunisia should win a game. Egypt should win a game. Right, because you're either looking at a team, you're looking at a situation where third place will most likely be 1 win, 2 losses. 1-1. Oh, 1-1-1 gives them 4 points, so they auto qualify. So I think teams with 1 goal, with 1 win, one tie, auto qualify, and then I think following them, teams with 1 win, 2 losses will qualify, because then the third result is 0 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. So let me run through that. So I think Czech takes a game off of South Africa. I think Canada takes a game off of Qatar. I think Ecuador takes a game off of Curacao. Egypt takes a game off of Iran. Let me do that. Let me do that now. Czech takes a game. Ecuador takes a game. Canada takes a game. Egypt takes a game. That's 4. They auto have a win. Okay. Oh, Saudi should take a game off of Cape Verde. And then Austria should take a game off of Jordan. Okay. So then the next 2 teams are probably teams that tied a game and then lost 2. I want Haiti. And then I'm saying Tunisia tied with Sweden, but they probably got dogged by Netherlands, and like they probably don't have a positive record, right? Who does Senegal? Who does Senegal win up? Iraq? Okay, so it has to be no. Iraq is a good team, but I think they're just getting cooked by Americans. Like they can't hop on American soil if it's not like game day. I think Senegal takes it. Sure. Okay, that's mine. Yes, Mexico, South Korea, Bosnia, Switzerland, Brazil, Scotland, the U.S. and Turkey, based on a flip, based on who scores more goals. They're going to tie each other, and U.S. is just going to have a better goal differential. I'm taking Ivory Coast upsetting Germany early. Netherlands and Japan, I think that's solid. Belgium, New Zealand. Spain, Uruguay, France, Norway, Argentina, Algeria. Another just heads up. One team just has more goal differential. Portugal, Colombia, England, Croatia. Similar kind of situation here. I think England just has better goal differential. And then these are based on teams that I think beat the 4th place team in their groups, by default giving them 3 points. With some of these teams potentially having the opportunity to take a game off of like the 2nd place team and tie them, because I think 4 points in 3rd place like should auto qualify you. Yeah, I think it should auto qualify you. All right. Ivory Coast or Czech Republic? I think Ivory Coast takes that. I think Czech is kind of sloppy. Is that I think Ivory Coast probably want it more. France, Haiti, France. Sorry, Haiti. South Korea or Switzerland? I'm taking South Korea. Netherlands or Scotland? I'm going to take Scotland here. Colombia and Croatia. This is a tough game. This game might go into extra time. But I'm going to give it to... Where is this game? It's at 3 p.m. dead of the day. Dude, I think Croatia's a better team, but I think Colombia just takes it. I think Colombia takes it based on just pure like just the heat, the advantage of playing in such weather. I think Colombia just has it. Spain takes it. U.S. versus Canada, insane game. U.S. is taking it any day of the week. Belgium, Austria. I'm taking Belgium. Brazil, Japan. Oh, I was rooting for them. They're not beating Brazil. Germany, Norway. I would say it doesn't matter because Brazil is going to take it. I think we're looking for a repeat here, but I think Norway is actually going to beat Germany. Mexico takes on Saudi any day. England beats Senegal any day. Argentina beats Uruguay. Turkey beats New Zealand for sure. Bosnia beats Egypt. Portugal beats Ecuador. Gosh. All right. France is beating Ivory Coast. There's no doubt about it. France just has too good of a team. Like France is making the finals. I could just, if I could just click it, I would. Doesn't matter. South Korea or Scotland? Scotland for sure. And then France. Colombia, Spain. Spain's taking it. At this point, U.S. is tired out. I'm taking Belgium. I don't think U.S. has it in them. Brazil, Norway. I'm taking Brazil, sure. Mexico, England. This is where England messes up and Mexico takes it. Argentina, Turkey. This is going to be an insane take. It's going to be an insane take, but I'm taking Turkey. I actually think Turkey has it in them to upset Argentina. And then I don't know what it is, but when I looked at this game, the first thing I thought of was a camera panning to Cristiano Ronaldo and him being upset. So I'm going to take Bosnia. I'm going to take 2 upsets at the bottom of the bracket. I'm going to take Spain there. Brazil versus Mexico has to be Brazil. That's going to be a disgusting game. This game right here would be disgusting if it exists. When it exists, because this is a perfect bracket. Turkey or Bosnia? I'm taking Turkey. All right, the 2 favorites of the tournament, France and Spain. Who takes it? It has to be France. France is just like too powerful. They have too good of a team. I don't understand why they wouldn't have it, you know? Brazil, Turkey. All right, I'll give it to Brazil. I think Brazil takes this one. Yeah. Yeah, and then France just takes it. There's no reason why they wouldn't take it. Yeah, I genuinely don't think that there's a different way around it. Turkey made a great run, bro. They made it to the semis. Yeah, I mean that just has to be it. All right, here we go. So I got this as my final bracket. I am confident in France making it to the finals. I'm confident in Spain making it to the semis. I'm upset that Japan loses so quick because I have them going to the quarterfinals. But I don't think that they would stand a chance against Brazil. I'll be happily proven wrong if they do, but that's just where I'm at right now. But then yeah, Brazil just goes on a tear. This game's iffy. I think Mexico could actually take it. I do think Mexico upsets England. I think England will get too much into their own head, and I think Mexico takes it. Mexico has something to fight for here, and I think that they'll prove their value. But then yeah, Brazil just I think takes them. I don't think Argentina has it in them. I think Turkey will take it. I think they've played before, right? And I think they have, and I think that what I have here is correct. Argentina versus Turkey, head to head. Have they ever played? Argentina wins 5 times, huh? Friendly. Okay, they've never actually played a game. I mean, I'm sticking with it. I have Turkey. I think I have high hopes for Turkey, and there's no reason why I wouldn't. So that's where I'm standing. I think Bosnia makes a solid run, honestly. They're kind of the dark horses in here. I think the top of the bracket makes a lot of sense, and then the bottom of the bracket kind of gets a little wonky. But I think it ends where it's supposed to, which is Brazil. It was either going to be Brazil, Mexico, or England, or Argentina, and I think Brazil making it makes the most sense in my opinion. And then France just takes it in the final. It's impossible. France is doing it. They should have won. They should have. They had the chance to win last World Cup, and they're actually going to win it this time. Brazil will get so upset they're gonna cry on the field, and I'm sorry in advance for that. But it is what it is. That's my bracket. Oh, it also shows my group stages. Yeah, so those are my group stages. It even shows which third place teams I take. And then, yep, my knockouts. It look better over there. But I have France winning it. I think that just makes sense. Alright. Now that we've done that, let me switch back.